Hey, it's Liber Ninja.
I see Ninja.
And Yash.
From Team NTV.
So short.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I'm the shortest member of the group, right in the middle. I'm the smallest.
Put you on my shoulders again.
Okay, so this is the Summoner Walk, our 4th edition, I guess. Our first thing that we're going to talk about is the tournament IPL. This is filmed on Sunday, so they just won it, right?
Yeah, TSM.
Yep.
Yeah.
They pulled out some pretty cool combos. You had something to say about one of those?
I actually liked their... Well, I won't necessarily call it a new tactic, but I've never really seen it before, especially in professional play. Their whole sieging thing, where they more or less kept 3 men in a lane and tried to push the turret as long as they could and kept pressure on a singular lane. And wherever there wasn't people, they'd constantly batter them around or like they try to really keep initiating team fights on it, which I thought was really cool and I really liked it.
Yeah, that was their early game.
Early mid-game kind of thing.
Yeah. What I liked about one of the things that they were doing is they were pushing. It was really late in the game, and they had 3 people mid, 1 person bottom, 1 person top, and they were pushing as hard as possible on mid lane, and just pushing it a little bit. They were all really trying to take the tower at the time, and these cars suck. They were trying to take towers at 3 points, which split up the enemy team the exact same way, and because they had a better team comp, it worked out, 3v3 worked out better for them than a 5v5.
Yeah.
And they sent like Maokai to go look after Olaf one time.
Well, they were constantly roaming and keeping things different and changing it, so once someone got used to someone's play style, like, they started something else.
Yeah. Which was pretty cool. I don't know why. I didn't see a lot of other teams there. I don't know why. Could have been something.
Well, we kind of bugged in and out of the game. So.
No, I looked at the roster.
Okay.
Like, I never saw CLG or CLG EU or, like, Curse or something like that. I don't know. I never saw any of them there.
Well, I saw a few new teams I've never heard of before. Like
Yeah.
Orbit. I've never heard of Orbit.
Neither have I. Or SGS.
I think I have heard of SGS a little bit here and there, but Orbit was the new one for me.
Yeah. So our next topic is... what is it?
Garen's buff.
Okay.
I didn't look
Garen's buff. Do you remember exactly what that was?
Yeah, it's he's instead of having a bonus attack ratio on his judgment, he's getting a full attack damage, so all attack damage is being buffed. And they're moving his slow reduction to his speed steroid, and his silence reduction is being reduced, and as well as some other things that are happening to his ult, which is making it so the cooldown is longer. First things. Oh, and percentage on magic and armor and magic resist on his W, his shield.
The Garen Pro.
Yeah.
Katarina's changed itself.
Okay. I think I'll go on with that one.
Katarina Pro.
Obviously.
Katarina's new changes, I think, are really, really cool. I was playing around in the PBE with them. Yeah. Her. Her changes on her Q seem to be... I think it needs a bit of a buff, actually. I still don't know exactly what I'm going to max first, or Q or E. It's probably situational.
Trogas Feast buff.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you know that.
No, I
Cho'Gath, well, this one is...
Wait, did his scale go up? Like 2.7?
It went 100 true, or 1,000 true damage to 1,000 true damage plus 0.7...
Ability power.
Is it AP? I can't remember.
Well, he scales off of AP, so it makes sense.
Is it is that for minions or is that for everyone? Well, not for everyone. That would be.
I can't remember. It was unofficial patch notes, so there was only a couple, so I couldn't really.
That'd be kind of cool. It would help him. It would definitely help him be more, like for securing like not buffs, but like well buffs too, but dragon and like baron, much better because then he can hit it like earlier for like 1,800 instead of 1,000. Like for example.
Yeah.
That feels a lot shorter now, also. Kale's E buff.
Oh yeah, they're changing it to what again?
0.2.
Wait, let me see.
0.2 ratio.
It's going... Kale's E buff is E buff. Kale's buff on her E is going to... from 0.2 to 0.4.
Oh, okay. I can't read your writing.
I know. I can't write for shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gives Kale like, well, obviously
A lot more
better,
damage, too.
better damage.
Q. Done.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead.
So the next part of the patch notes, the unofficial patch notes that I saw, was Teemo's Toxic Shot is at max rank being buffed by 10 extra damage, and they nerfed the dot by 0.04, but they buffed the damage, the on-hit damage, to 0.4 from 0.14, which is,
That's a pretty big increase.
it is. It's like 0.26 increase. And then Varus's Blighted Quiver was changed to a 0.02 per stack, 0.02 health per stack from 0.01.
It's still not gonna make him like really all that.
No, and then
Even 80
they
carries.
also changed the,
His alt animation thing.
yeah, to
Which
make it
isn't
more
really a bad
visible.
thing. It's kind of cool, but it's not gonna make him a very effective ED carry still.
I still like his moveset, so the idea behind him.
Yeah,
Me too.
The idea is really cool. Like
He's really strong late game though,
Yeah, he's
because he actually grabs what most AD carries don't, double Bloodthirster.
if you can land
I
his
thought Corky
like,
grabbed double bloodthirst.
Not generally. Corky's normally Bloodthirster, or Trinity Force, then Bloodthirster, then, well, Boots before that, obviously.
You start with boots.
And then Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, I think, and Last Whisperer, or GA, or something like that. So our item this time will be, because we've been going with AP, then AD, then Hybrid, and those are kind of the ones that we've been talking about were kind of carry items. We'll switch to an AP support item.
Morello's Evil Tome.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to
Well, I
say
just
about it?
really like the fact that when they reworked it, they put in Kage's Lucky Picks for its recipe, because I really like supports, and especially Morello's Evil Tome. Like, I loved it even when I was still playing like LeBlanc every now and then just for the cooldown reduction and whatever else. And
Yeah.
it's a great item too. Really, I love the fact that it has the active now, which I know you love. So
yeah, it's got an active. It's cool. I've never really used it before, but as an active, and it's a cooldown reduction,
yeah,
and 75 ability power.
Yeah, it's really great for like if you want an aggressive support, like especially with something like Soraka, because then like her ults and whatever else can get a little bit more damage as well. And then
Or if they have
also,
Amanda.
well, that's just it.
Sometimes you do want to build into the DFG though as a support, just to help out your team there, because DFG is never a last hit kind of item. It's because of its
It's an
damage.
initiating
It's as soon as possible when they have full health.
And I actually really like when I can go back to base and grab 3 gold for 5 items, plus with my Runes of Mastery, like I'm getting like, I think it's around 20 gold every 5 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, with Runes and Masteries.
Yeah, which is ridiculously
It's really good.
Because then you go back, you grab your Aegis like 15 minutes in-ish, you go grab wards all the time, and you just keep upgrading your items, whatever else.
Still want that ward generator item.
I know.
It'd be so good. Ward generator or ward holder.
Yeah, but Morello's is definitely great, especially in a situation on a team where they have a lot of health regen. You can just pop it on.
Like
one
you
problematic
give example of like a Mundo,
I think.
a Scion, anybody that has like a Riven could even, because of the Bloodthirsters that she loves to build.
Vlad's.
Vlad. Overall, Mordekaiser. Great item,
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
and
Hopefully it sees more play.
should build it.
Well, it's one of those situations.
Yep. Okay, whoa, and bicycle. Oh. Careful the bicycle.
Hey, I saw him earlier.
Very fast bike.
Okay, so our next topic will be Rengar. Normally these ones...
Shark!
Normally the ones with the champion, normally the summoner walks with the champion coming out soon are longer. So my opinion on Rengar is he's going to be very strong. I don't really,
OP, in a sense. He's
I don't
awesome,
think
he's
he needs
OP.
I don't think he needs a nerf. I think, well,
Maybe a little bit on that Q.
maybe a damage
Adjustment.
adjustment, yeah.
Because that Q, you could jump out of a bush and Q something and they pretty much die. That's kind of OP.
I think
Well, it's only because when you Q with his 5 stacks on his
Oh, no,
passive,
I'm not arguing that, but I mean like, just a normal jumping Q. That does quite a bit of damage too.
Well, it gives him AD and attack speed buff, so
Yeah.
I think that
he's pretty strong.
yeah, I've never played him obviously. I don't have the PvE at the moment, which I need to get next month. But I think that just like from like reading his abilities, it's not as much as experiencing him, but reading his initial abilities, he's definitely going to be strong. He's definitely going to be really strong, I'm guessing, from what I've read, but he is being built like as a jungler, which is cool because another new good jungler comes out next.
Well, actually, a lot of people are saying, well, a couple people are saying he's going to be a solo top.
I think
That would be kind of cool too. I'm buying him anyways. He's a predator.
Whatever he's played as, you still need to roam around with him a little bit, just because of that amazing passive he has.
Or your jungler has to gank for you a lot, and then you can get a lot of kills and a lot of stacks on
Yeah.
his
He
item.
definitely seems like one of those kind of carry types.
Yeah.
He's even if he is a solo top, it's just well, obviously I'm still buying him, but I mean, roaming with him is a key thing. Like look, like his ult is like, hey, look, this is a roam alt. Go and when you're about to enter the lane, you just stealth and walk in.
It's a 7-second.
It's 7 seconds, but every 0.7, every 3/4 of a second, you gain a ferocity stack, right?
Yeah.
So within like maybe, well, less than like 3 seconds, you have 5 stacks. So I'm just saying less than 3. I don't know the actual math for it off by heart, but yeah, you easily can get it, and then you can pop an ability at full stacks, and then
And then you can actually use another ability right after that because they're on separate cooldowns.
like say you attacked a blitz, like this blitz just randomly grabs somebody, and they're like, why are you grabbing me? Oh well, I'm just gonna kill you. And then Rengar comes and finishes it. Like even though they're at like half health, he just finishes it with an instant Q.
Yeah.
If he was that strong.
Well,
He is that strong.
he is
Oh.
pretty strong. Like
Okay, well then he is that strong, and then he's just going to execute people with his awesome predator.
he's just gonna be about as OP as Darius ult.
Yeah, he's almost like a dumbed down Darius, to like where Darius should have been when he first came out, but he didn't. That's
Yeah.
where he kind of feels like. But yeah, his ult is actually really cool. I love the idea and theory behind it, but it was kind of confusing the first time I hit it.
Yeah.
With all
It
the
has a
colors and
little bit of a
everything, it's
delay.
like, whoa! It's like, what the hell just happened? Like,
He's definitely made for predator fans.
Okay, so Rengar's items. What do you guys suggest?
Well, most AD champions obviously can build a bloodthirster, sustain, stuff like that, keeps you alive. So that's that's something that can be high up there. But something, I don't know, like
I can't even remember what I built on.
an average thing.
Okay, so let's go with solo top build first then.
I definitely think opening up with Hog and Philo would be really great for him, especially with the boots.
If you're winning in lane, you can just grab a phage and then
Grab
go
them
back.
anywhere, because then later
Well-
on you're going to be able to. You can grab your Trinity Force or
If
whatever else earlier.
you're absolutely dominating and you have way more gold income, you want to capitalize on the fact that they're losing. You don't want to put yourself back into a defensive situation. If you can capitalize on them losing, then you can push them out and
Yeah,
beat
I know,
them
but,
faster.
like,
That's
what
if
I'm
you
saying-
want to beat them in an early game sense.
Yeah.
If you want to beat them in a late game sense and just steamroll them,
But I mean, like, when you go back to that first
It's,
time, yeah, grab that phage. But if you have a little bit extra, sure, grab the Ruby Crystal, and maybe the next time you go back, finish up the Hog.
Like if you say, for example,
well, yeah, not the Philo stone because he has no mana.
yeah,
yeah,
for
pointless.
example,
Well, still,
it's like
nonetheless.
you grab the phage and you're still able to
Avarice
continue,
Blade. No one uses Avarice Blade.
and you still are able to continue
Gangplank,
dominating.
but nobody uses Gangplank anymore.
If
Well,
you're-
he does have a support thing, but I just haven't tried it.
if you're still continuing to dominate, you can obviously get more gold income from dominating. So, but yeah, obviously all GP5s help or GP10s.
Yeah, but like I was saying, though, maybe, yeah, grab that phage, but if you have extra,
Yeah.
work into the Hog.
Well, if
Because
you grab
just
that,
the late game potential is going to help you later on anyway.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of player are you.
Yeah.
Are you a beginning game person, or you want to beat them early, which mostly a mid-mage, like people that play mid, play for the early game dominance. That's why when I was watching TSM play and they had their Morgana at like 5-0 or 2-0 within the first couple of minutes, then you want to win the game early. That's why they did that like full
And that's
team
probably
fight
where the
early.
whole, like, sieging thing starts to really work
Yeah.
well together.
if you are though like in a winning scenario, if you like just go back and go like, hey, I'm gonna get a phage, and or if you're like playing against a Vlad, you're like, I'm gonna get a phage, and I'm gonna get a null magical magic instead because he does have magic damage. I'm not really building against that. You want to build something to defend against that. You have the health. Obviously, mages get
well
chunked by.
against something like say let's put it up against let's put Rengar solo top against Vlad then.
Yeah.
So mostly everybody starts with boots. Well, except for support, but we're
you
solo
wanna-
top right now.
you-
So
if you get the phage, you have health. But if it's like you want to, if he's doing a little bit of damage, like he's doing just a tiny bit more than what you're expecting, and you do want to have some defense, then you want to get the null magic mantle because it does reduce
in my opinion,
damage.
no.
Just,
You'll want the Merc Treads against him.
yeah, obviously.
But
well, you could build that
you need
into,
the lifesteal.
You could build
because
order.
Rengar,
Yeah.
like me and Mizu have played Rengar, and he needs the lifesteal.
Yeah. So you could build into
Same with his
Vamp Sep, or you could build.
You build a Vamp Sep
Yeah.
because the jungle version normally builds Wriggles because he needs the sustain,
obviously,
and the damage helps in armor.
What you could do is you could get.
I could see Maw of Malmortius working on
like
him.
I was like once again against Vlad, you could get a Hexringer, and that's magic resist. Then you get the shield, right? And you have the health, so it's like having extra 400 magic health.
Yeah, and his W gives him armor and magic resist,
Yeah.
but you'd have to play against any kind of solo top that was a mage and ranged. You'd have to play in the brush a lot and jump out for the minion kills.
Yeah.
So
and with him jumping at brushes, I mean it's natural for him.
and fun actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting really dark. Okay, so let's go with his jungle. Would most likely be like Wriggles. He can actually start either blue or red. I could see if you really want to gank first, you go red. If you want to like just do a normal jungle thing, then go blue. So that way you have the reset timer on your blue. But so do they.
Yeah. Standard jungle is always fun. I mean, starting red.
Personally, I think he will be a better jungler.
Yeah, he's
not even that
definitely.
dark yet.
If he's being built specifically for the jungle, yeah, he's probably going to be able to solo top because if he's like if he can.
He's a
solo
bruiser.
top. Yeah, he's a bruiser.
He's
so
really difficult to play against 1v1. He's like an Uger.
he jumps at people and
Okay.
flaunts them with his
And
things.
do we have anything else? Last comments
well-
on the champion or anything?
I think he's awesome because he's a cat and a predator combined. He and kitten.
Any
predator.
relevant
any relevant
He's
information?
comments?
not for everybody, because like for me, my play style and the way I just work with champions, he just didn't sync up with me. I didn't have like as much fun as I would say maybe playing Uger or Jax. Like when I played Jax, I had the time of my life. Like Rengar is not for everybody.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's about it. See you guys.